In this demonstration, we're going to look at configuring and testing EdgeSync. First thing we need to install an Edge Transport server. So this is a role that we get with Exchange Server 2019. I'm currently sat on my Edge Transport server. My Edge Transport server is in my DMZ or demilitarized zone. The purpose of the Edge Transport server is to give me an additional level of security by using it as an SMTP Gateway that sits between us and the internet. What it can also do as well is can also be used for anti-malware. First thing I need to do is I need to create a configuration file that I can then take to my internal Exchange servers so I can create synchronization between the Edge server and the internal server. So what I've done is I've come into my Exchange management shell on my Exchange server. I've typed in my new Edge subscription, file name, and then I've specified the file name. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to create that file. It's just telling us if I do create an Edge subscription, any objects that had been created manually as part of Exchange Server will be wiped. Happy with that, so we'll just say yes. And that has now created the Edge synchronization file. Next thing we need to do is get that file onto our internal Exchange server. So I'll come into File Explorer, I'll locate the file, I'm just going to copy the file. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste that file into the root of my internal Exchange server. So I could be doing this in a number of ways. I could be doing this via perhaps a USB pen drive or a USB hard drive. But I'm just going to do it by connecting direct to the router C on lon-ex1. Now we've done that, I need to move over to my internal Exchange server, and on my internal Exchange server I now need to run the Edge subscription to synchronize the settings across, synchronize all the send-receive connectors and any objects I might be using for anti-malware. So on my internal Exchange server, I'm now running my new -edge subscription. I'm specifying the -file data. I'm then specifying the file with the byte commandlet, and then the get -content -path /lon-edge1.xml, which is the file I've just created. Encoding will be byte format, read count is 0, then the site will be default first site name. Then just on the warning, it's just telling me EdgeSync requires that the mailbox servers in the Active Directory site are able to resolve the IP address for lon-edge1.datum.com. They can. The DNS records already exist, so we're happy with that. So the next thing to do is to actually run our Edge synchronization. So all we're going to do at this point here is we're just going to clear off the screen just to make it a little bit easier to read. I'm then just going to start my Edge synchronization with the start-edge synchronization commandlet. So as we can see, now we've done our start-edge synchronization, we can see success and we can see success. So last thing to do at this point here really is just to test the Edge synchronization. So we'll just run the commandlet to actually test the Edge synchronization. And we're going to do that by doing the test-edge synchronization and then -full compare mode. And as we can see, everything's now synchronized. And now we'll just run a couple of commandlets just to see exactly what it's done. So the first thing we're going to do at this point here is let's just have a look at doing a get hyphen. We'll just have a look at our receive connectors. And this will return back information relating to the receive connectors. So if we have a look down here, we can see we have some receive connectors in place. Look for port 25 and port 25, so that's fine. Now we'll just have a look at our send connectors. And as you can see, from EdgeSync, we have our default first site name to internet, and we've got our inbound to default first site name, so we can receive and send out to the internet. Then we'll just have a look at our get-accepted domain. And if we have a look here, we can see we have a datum.com. Now what we'll do is we'll just move over to lon-ex1. And we just connect through to the Exchange Admin Center on lon-ex1. So what we'll do at this point here is we'll just have a look in here and we'll just have a look at mail flow. And then mail flow, we'll have a look at our send connectors. And in our send connectors, what we should see is we should see the Edge connectors that we saw through the Exchange Management Shell. Accepted domains is still accepted domains, so accepting email for datum.com. And if we look at our receive connectors, We have our receive connectors in place as well, but as you can see, we don't see as many through the Exchange Admin Center. But that's the end of this demonstration of setting up a Edge transport server in our DMZ. Thank you.